Good day, folks. What a pleasant and warm way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. All right, a pleasant good afternoon from my end, and I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whatever part of the world you are watching. What a warm and pleasant way to welcome you to your favorite sports magazine program, Focus Sports Insight, live here on Focus Online TV. This is a program that brings you accurate and in-depth analysis about development from the world of sports, and we come your way Saturday of every week at about this time. And so today we're going to be talking more about football, specifically local football in our country, Liberia. We're going to be talking about some of the issues relating to football in Liberia. And of course, today I'm being joined by the man, Prince Gustavo Chie. He's here in studio. He's going to be my partner discussing on the show. We're going to weigh in with some analysis on some of the issues about football in Liberia. So today's edition of our program promises to be very fascinating and interactive. So we just take a short break of our promo, our brand, and come back. We want to bring the mayor, Prince Gustavo Chie, on screen as we kickstart the program. Just please. Good day, folks. What a pleasant and warm way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. Okay, so we want to say thanks for rejoining us. Let me see whether I can get Prince on the screen live. Okay. All right. Lino? So we got to get something. Lino? I don't know. See? Is it okay like this on the screen?
Yeah, that is why doing it for the party.
Okay. All right, so we want to say, please set the mic camera. We want to say thanks for rejoining us. And so today we are privileged and very happy to have in our studio a very decent brother, a sport pundit, a young man with so much knowledge when it comes to sporting activities, most especially Liberia. He has joined us today as a panel discussing on the program. And you're going to see him here more often to be talking about some of the issues about football. Like we said, we're going to talk about football, not just in Liberia, Africa, and other parts of the world. At times, we're also going to weigh in. We talk about basketball and other sports related program. So, Prince, we want to say a big thank you for coming and want to say welcome to Focus Online TV.
Welcome, Eric. Thanks for inviting me to Focus Online TV. And a pleasant welcome to our listener out there.
Okay, so yeah, we are happy to have you here. Like we said, today we're going to be talking about football specifically. We're going to be talking about our local league, our first division, the second division league. We're going to look at the team in terms of performances from the team. We're going to look at the competition, the title race among the teams that are competing for the championship. And as we said, we're going to roll in a bit about Liberia's men's national team. We have recently, Liberia Football Association unveiled a new coach. And the coach has started already operation of the team ahead of our back-to-back fixture against Djibouti. So we have all coming up on the program. So to just kickstart the program, like we said, it has been seriously contended in terms of the title race with regards to the Orange First Division League this season. It is a mouth-watering title race. You have teams here competing. It is not the usual thing that we had Leicester before. So this time around, yes, Leicester is in the race, but it's been usually completed in terms of the championship. We have Watanga down there currently on the league table with 4 points. You have Leicester already there to 4 points behind Watanga. We have the likes of Pinsville FC also mounting pressure. We have Mati Barrow, the likes of Bay Mountain, other clubs competing. What's your overall impression of the third division league this season in terms of how teams are putting up the challenge, competing and not just the old kind of league that we used to have where Leicester would there dominate and at the end of the day they win the championship. What's your overall impression of the league? Are we really making progress? Are you really impressed with terms of the performances of the team?
The first division league this season is a great league. You see chinches from different teams, the like of Fatanga, Heaven 11. You see Pinsville, you see Matthew Barrow, they were at the top, but now they are fifth place. The league have different challenges, and the 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 smaller teams are there. They don't want to they don't want to lose any game. See, everybody are fighting. Nobody want to be relegated. Everybody want to show supremacy. Like Thursday evening, we saw FPRC Olo, the king from beyond, to defeat Leicester FC and Watanga, who won 1-0 away from home. They defeated Nima Kwado in Sani Kole. Heaven 11, they are second on the table. They defeated goals. They defeated 5 goals to one. Mate Barrow. So the league is very impressive. Everybody is showing their way of doing things.
So it have been always a usual thing with regards to the first division league in Liberia. Most of the time you see some of the teams they are dominating. Like now you see Watanga, they are putting up a challenge. You have teams with FC Mountain Pressure, Heaven 11, and all of the teams you see them well composed squad in there. But sometimes at the dire minute, most of the teams in terms of performance, they try to depreciate in terms of performance, and most often Leicester will capitalize on that as an advantage to win the championship. Do you see a repeat of such happening this season, or you think it's going to be a different thing?
For the first division league, we have 7 games left for the league to be completed. Leicester is tapping 4 points. They are on top of the league. Heaven 11 is second, and Leicester is third. Both Heaven 11 and Leicester have 38. Um, like what you just mentioned, they can do their best. At the end of the day, Leicester can win the league. It happened last season. Beer Mountain, they did their best. They tapped the league almost to the end of the league, and then they lost the table to Leicester FC, and Leicester went on to win the league. We cannot underestimate Leicester, but Watanga too are a very hard side. They won it the league um quite recent ago, and then they have a very good force. Like I said, 7 more games for the league to come to an end. If they win 6 games, they can go on to claim the title. But Leicester, they have the force, and let's see how things work.
Yes, so we're going to be following up, like we said. It's just like the kind of competition, the game, the team stepping up the game. Like you see teams that having 11 now competing in terms of the championship. Yeah, the less of Watanga. Watanga is not showing to that because Watanga they have been there before and they have had a fair share of appreciation in terms of winning the league. You have Martin Barrow have been a long time story. Pinsville FC, they are newcomers, just coming to the league, got promoted. They are also putting up a title race, but I think we are making a bit of a progress because, like I said, you can see the kind of competition. Like you were just talking about LPRC others and Leicester. We saw the game, how it play, and in the dire meaning how LPRC other got the winner. Others too also this season they haven't really been that kind of consistent or more of impressive. But what I've observed with others, they have been winning most of the kind of big side, the Fury side for the league title. Like Watanga had an unbeaten run all through the league until they met LPRC. All had to defeat them. And current champion Leicester too, all defeated them. So all is posting up some form of surprise. Though they are way down on the league table, they are not competing for any championship. But again, it is good that way. We look forward to how it's going to end. NPA anchors, they are heading for relegation gradually. CC United is also in that zone. We have XC Calon, Liberia. These are the teams that are sitting at the bottom of relegation. And so, any mistake you slip, you're going to have somebody coming from the second division to join you. So now we move to the second division. Here is also being hugely contended there in the second division league. You have the likes of Blackman Warriors currently on the league table. They are here 4 points, followed by Shatter FC. Shatter FC is also in that line. You also have Discovery FC also there, also mounting pressure, followed by you got Ghana's FC, Sano NPA, the less of junior professional and other teams. Yes, it has been hugely contended too in terms of the second division race. You see teams competing. Blackman Warriors of recent, they have put up since they had that trial in Azerbaijan and returned to the country. They had an impressive performance. I think winning almost all of their games, and they are comfortably seated on the league table. So, how do you look at the title race too from that of the second division league?
Things are changed from the second division league because
When you say change, I can't get what you mean.
yeah, when the league started, it was Shatter, Ghana's and Sano NPA. But you just stated since Blackman Warrior returned from the trial in Azerbaijan, since they returned into the country, they have been very impressive. And now they are tapping the Orange Second Division League with 4 points. They have 48 points. Shatter FC has 44 and Discovery. Discovery is another side from the beginning of the season. Yeah, they were very impressive, but for their past 5 games, they have been impressive and they are sitting on tier with 38 points. Behind the score is Ghana VFC with 38 points, then Sano NPA with 38 points. Sano NPA, Ghana V, and Shatter FC were the table tapper when the league just started, but now Shatter FC is sitting second, and then Sano is fifth place, Ghana V is fourth. So Blackman Warrior, since they returned, they have taken over the second division league table.
Now, so there is these things we I want us to look at specifically with regards to the first, the second division league, in terms of how our teams play, the kind of football we play, the kind of qualities, the tactics being employed by the coaches and other stuff. Do you really see progress? Probably the previous league, the way it play, and this season you see some of the teams, the kind of way of playing. You think we are already making progress in terms of our league, the kind of style of football, to that we will be able to attract more people to support football in Liberia.
Um, a little progress has been added on to the team. Like you saw Blackman Warriors, the management have to spend hugely to take the entire team to Azerbaijan, and then all of the team don't have the funding to take their player out of the country. But Shatter FC, Discovery, they are teams that are doing well. You can see the little bit of progress. Yes, the league is improving gradually.
Okay, so the league is improving gradually, and we are hoping because, like we said, it is the kind of quality of league that we have. We produce the kind of quality of players because we know we have to go out there and compete on the international scene with other countries. Like sometimes we go to the CAF Championship, the preliminary qualifying, other thing most often, and you see we cannot put up the kind of performance because probably sometimes these are the factors that we attributed to some of that because our league is now up to standard. The football we play, the kind of tactics employed by the coaches, and all that stuff. So this is our hope because we are hoping that at least we can graduate from that stage and reach at a level where we can be able to play a kind of quality of football that are going to attract a lot of people to our league. So that's it. We're going to get a bit of to road back into that. We're going to talk about that. We have Emmanuel C.A. currently. He's the John High goal scorer on the only first division league table. He's level on goals with Clemens Zuba from Matthew Barrow, 15 goals each. We also have the legs of Noon Zon from Matthew Barrow. He's followed by I think 14 goals in that range. We also have the legs of Ishmael Dumia from Bay Mountain. Edward Lennon has stepped up in the race with that Magpie, Sheku Sherry from Leska, and of course, I think it has been contender in the second division. You have Theo Williams of Ghana FC. He's leading the Golden Boots race. Theo Williams is leading the race for the Golden Boots. You also have another striker. I think it's Ibrahim Jackson. If I'm not wrong from. He used to play for Mark BSC and currently he's on Sano MPA. You have Momo Blamo from Shatter Injustice, the current high goal scorer. He won the award last season, the most valuable player. So it is kind of also either title race, people competing individually, and people also competing holistically as a team for the championship. And we look forward to that kind of pace as we approach this the league season, most especially the most important part of the league season. Now we move on to the national team of Liberia, or we follow up the last press conference from the Liberia Football Association unveiled coach Mario Marininka, a Romanian British born coach with over 25 years of coaching experience, UEFA Pro lessons, or he have a UEFA Pro lessons in coaching. He have managed the Malawian national team before in the African Cup of Nations, and now he's took over the national team of Liberia for specific mandate to ensure that he can qualify Liberia for the African Cup of Nations 2025, and of course help to contribute to our other football program. The first thing I want to hear from you on your view about that, what do you make about the selection of Mario Marinica amongst the over 600 persons that apply for the job as head coach of Liberia national team? Are you really okay with that selection? You think he's the kind of person we need to really revamp the spirit of the national team, our winning spirit?
Um, the LRV and the Ministry of Youth and Sports, they know what best with the country when it comes to sporting activities, especially football within the country. So many coaches apply, and then Mario Maringa was selected to take care of the Liberia national team for 2 years. So let's see what he brings to the table and what he can do to improve our national team and then our local league.
Okay, so this is a mandate, giving a mandate to a coach, taking over a team. Like Brewer over the years, we have struggled in terms of team. When we talk about team, team is a kind of or organized body that play together, the kind of style of play, that unity, that team spirit. Like Brewer, we haven't had the opportunity to witness that for years because almost all of our games are recent. We have lost a number of games. Just recently, we lost 2 games on home soil for the qualifier of the African Cup of Nations or not Morocco, but the 2026 World Cup qualifier. Now we are also coming again and giving another minute for somebody to qualify for a major competition. Why it is true we have into place a kind of under 20 program that is running. Well, we have the under 20 national team, we have an under 17 program. Most of the players they are graduated to under 20. Do you think do you think it is right for us to focus on qualifying for African Cup of Nations, just which is next year, 2025, or the idea of we, putting into place a kind of football program for the next 3 to 4 years that we can develop on that program that we can have a very good national team in the next 3 to 4 years?
Um, I think we should focus on building a team that will take all five in the next 2, 3, 4 years. With the mandate given to the new coach, 2 years to take the team to the 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 the, the FIFA Club World Cup or the Icon. The mandate is too short. Like you see, Vincent de Busquets still along with the Spanish national team. Today, Gary Southgate, he is with the English national team. He's still on there. Even former Belgian manager, Roberto, he's still on with the national team. And at the end of the day, those guys make progress. Though some of them did not win Civil War, and though some of them did not win uh, cup for their respective country, but they brought developmental idea to on the table that saw changes within the federal national team. So they made it that Eravi gave to the new coach. It is too short, and for he to just take the national team to the World Cup or or the outcome qualifier, it is too short. I think we should focus on building a team that will bring progress to to the national team and put smile on the faces of Liberians.
So myself too, I have shared similar view or opinion with regards to that because, like we said, you cannot just bring a coach, especially paying huge sum of money. So because the question here is, if Coach Mario Marinica fails to qualify the national team of Liberia to the African Cup of Nations, meaning we are going to displace him and be talking about hiring another coach, which is going to cost us a whole lot again. Because then this idea, but just dismissing coach, hiring another coach, I don't think we're going to be making progress as a country. So if we really mean business, like we said, we have an active under 20 program that we have a team. They just participated in the competition recently against Sierra Leone. We saw all of the kids they came from the under 17 level. I think this is where we need to focus on football in Liberia. How we can help to fully develop the under 17 program, the under 20 program that we have here. In the next 2, 3 years, we can have one of the best teams. I think we have one or two guys out there too who are making headways, like Samson Dwyer, Oscar Dollar. Those are guys with vast experience. They are playing in Europe, in major league, taking part in major competitions. One or two we can just bring them for the experience to add them to the squad, and we can build a local national team here. But bringing a new coach and just giving him a minute to qualify for the Nations Cup, I think that is too urgent. And if we fail to live up, if he failed to live up to that commitment, I don't think we're going to blame the coach because he hasn't had the ample of time. The team we have, the current chemistry of team that we have currently is not ready. Oh God, now so it's not giving us the kind of solution that we expect. So we have to go beyond just giving coach the mandate to qualify us for African Cup of Nations. I think we need to focus more on developing a kind of long-term football playing that in the not too distant future we're going to start to reap the benefit of that play. Now, the coach got started of recent, you heard information being circulating in the public sphere where officially he communicated with teams that the teams should submit names of their best players. I think a maximum of 4 players each from teams should submit their names to him. And from that name, they're going to do some selections of players. They're going to kickstart the process of training locally as they prepare for Liberia's back-to-back fixture against Djibouti. The first thing is, do you agree with that kind of yardstick where a coach will come and say a new coach taking over a country's national team without watching the league and just say the coaches should submit the names of 4 best players from the team and submit it to him that you can do a selection? Do you think it's a very good idea of selecting players for national team?
Um, the idea is not bad. Like for the game ahead of Djibouti is 19 days to go. So if you see the coach will take his time and then attempt the first division or the second division games to spark his own player before coming up with a selected list, I think it will be a slow progress for them to prepare for Djibouti. The idea of he asking club official to select their best food is not really bad. It's a good thing, but club official should be sincere in selecting the best food of their team. Club officials should be sincere in selecting the best food of their team.
I think that the point I was arriving at when you talk about being sincere and honest, because there have been some controversy. There have been some, mixed reactions in the public with regards to the selection process. Because most of our coaches, like you said, this process should be void of sentiment. It should be void of prejudice, and I think the opportunities should be given to those that really deserve the opportunity because it is about going to represent the national team. Because if you are setting a standard, say teams should submit the names of their best player to form part of the country's national team, and some of the coaches decided to do favoritism players that they have interest in and not in the public. A lot of people have had different views about the process. I think you've been following the mixed reaction, people reacting to that some of the names of players that were submitted, they did not see the name of those players, and in fact, other names surfaced that they did not submit. So how it came about and a whole lot of controversy. This is why I said because again we are heading back on the same path. If you are talking about change, It's about erasing the old system. That's where I want to disagree with you when you said that we don't have the ample of time. Because yes, if we should agree that we should use this system, then why we cannot be honest enough to ourselves to say that the coaches select the best 4 players on the team and submit it to the coach of the national team. Instead, somebody asks you, you submit listing, and other names are not appearing, and we see other names surfacing. Then it means like, bro, we're not making progress for football, which means we are going back to the same old system wherein people will do pick and choose. That will say who know you. Then we will not get the result that all of us we are anticipating to get for football. So for me, I hold the view that when the coach took over, yes, he gave him the opportunity. The league is still on currently. Last weekend we had second division fixture across the country. Just then we will have first division fixture. Today, second division teams will be playing across the country. Tomorrow you have first division fixture. So why the coach himself, since he came with some of his technical staff and later he came, I think with additional 3 persons. We only selected 2 local coaches from here, Kevin Sigmund and that of Chris Reset to join the coaching staff. So why is that we couldn't give the coach the opportunity to have a time where you can visit the leagues to see some of the team play, see the performances of the player, and you do your selection. Now we turn it over to just our local coaches, and they are very misleading and misleading action. Tomorrow, when the team perform dismally, are we going to say is the coach? Are we going to blame the coach? We are paying the coach huge sum of money. We are not allowing him to do a job. The interference has started at this early stage, and tomorrow, if we fail to get the result that we expected, now people will want to start to blame the coach. So for me, I have a different view to that. I don't support that idea that the coach should tell coaches to submit names of the best player because Liberians, we are not honest, we are not sincere to ourselves, and it has started to backfire at the early stage. So now we have the team. They have started preparation, early preparation. You've been following the process. You've been training, and recently they just had a friendly match, a test match against Freeport FC. They won 5-0. The coach has been complaining over. He said our league is slow, the players is slow. He found it difficult because the players need to be fast, they need to be on top of the game. So what do you make of the kind of early preparation they started? The 2 times training, you see the coach the other day had the players on the beach doing some physical, he has some technical sessions with the player when you have to teach them about the game. What do you make of this start by the coach?
Yeah, the start is not bad. The coach is trying to put early preparation into place. They had a friendly match with Freeport FC. They defeated Freeport 5-0, and then they went on the beach. They did some training, and then the coach complained of our league and the player being slow. But there there are thoughts from sport ponics who were saying in the country we don't have the usual training facility to accommodate our player too. So that is some of the reasons you see the D is very slow, the players are very slow. We don't have that equipment that our player can train with.
So, do you expect any progress in the not too distant future, most especially when we have a very crucial fixture against Djibouti? We're going to play away and we come back. So, between now to the time our games is scheduled for against Djibouti, with the level of preparation, training, other things that started, do you think our players going to adapt to such a system, maybe being fast, like he said, the kind of system you want to institute into place? Do you think that time is ready enough that we're going to adapt to that?
Um, Before the uh, when they drew the feature between Liberia and Djibouti, almost every Liberian expect Liberia to qualify or to beat Djibouti. Now, with this level of early preparation, and then with the new coach, I think things will be better, and then we will defeat Djibouti. Djibouti is not better than us. We can prove supremacy over Djibouti.
Is it just about saying that yeah, because you are Liberian, Djibouti is not better than us? Because football now, the modern football now, we are seeing the reality. Some of the smaller nations, we just witness or not too from how you call it our next door neighbor, Africa. They hosted the African Cup of Nations. Of course, Africa won the African Cup of Nations, but you saw surprises from other smaller nations in the African Cup of Nations. Especially, you saw the FIFA World Cup. The likes of Morocco had a defeated country like Spain country like Protocol, it's also one of the big nations Morocco had defeat in that competition. So you think Liberia, the way you say it, Djibouti is just going to come and go to the pace that Liberia are going to defeat them, or it requires the kind of preparation for us to defeat Djibouti?
Yes, it requires the preparation, and the preparation has already taken place. And then Djibouti is not screening to us. I can remember some years back we defeated Djibouti 2 goals to 0 at the San Carlos Sport Complex. And then we have already started the preparation. Djibouti is not matched to us with the hope and confidence we can defeat Djibouti and qualify to the next round.
Oh, that is just hope, but the reality remains we cannot determine the outcome of that game because quite recently we just gambled chances, opportunity here on our home soil, competing, for a World Cup qualifier. You know what it means? Your first two games, they gave you the opportunity to play at home, and we could not even record a point. We lost on home soil to Malawi, we lost on home soil to Djibouti, and today because sometimes these things are just it's just a matter of complacent people feeling people just most Liberians that just feeling here we can defeat Djibouti, we can defeat Djibouti, and I think we need to erase that mindset. Just thinking about we can defeat Djibouti. Every country now when it comes to football, they are preparing and there's no underdog. So what I think if Liberia want to win here, like we started the preparation, what the coach is doing is fine. The training session morning, evening. Some people were complaining and said because the league is already on to the players, some of the players they might suffer from fatigue because the first division league and other things. But we are looking at that and we are hoping that they can start to adapt to that system, that style. Because yes, when you're going to compete up there, like the coach talk about being fast, the guys are very slow and other things. I want to agree with him in that direction because modern football now is competitive. So you going against another team, a kind of slow style of play. I've noticed our national team quite a recent. You will see the guy the first 45 minutes, but after the first 45 minutes, score for Liberia. Somewhere in the 50 to 60 minutes, you see our players walking on the pitch up to the 90 minutes. So we hope. But again, I'm just afraid that this neutral Liberian team, our national team, too much interference where you're going to have people from the backstage, the other person want to tap in, the other person want to tap in, the other person want to come in. They don't want to give the coaches the opportunity to do their job. We hope it's not going to happen because we are paying the coaches huge sum of money. And the Brother General, he said the LFA needs overhaul before investing into the sector. Yes, the LFA 2 year there are issues because it has been a kind of long term or internal wrangling in a lot of people in the system. For me, if you ask me individually, is my view, I would say for me the head of the LFA. I have exclusive confidence in the head of the LFA. I don't say that the bad sentiment for anybody without being sentimental, without vote of prejudice. I have no personal relationship with Mustafa Raji. But this is a man I have followed over the years, a consistency in football, a kind of idea with Liska. I have saw how he have managed Liska over the years, and Liska have maintained at that level. So sometimes you are working with people, a lot of people in that system, some of them they have different views to what you share. So it is difficult for us to make progress. We as Liberians here because the person is not at the top. But for me, the arrowhead of football in this country, Liberal Football Association, I think Mustafa Raji, he has a better vision for football in this country. He has a vision to ensure that football can be taken to a lower level. But again, the entire system is being corrupted. Other people there with different mindset, different view, and that is actually slowing the progress of football in this country. But again, we are still hoping for the best. We are trying to build a team, and it's not just an event that a lot of people will expect. It's a process because the national team that we have currently, trust me, we cannot depend on our national team. Now your professional players that can be bringing here. I know what we can be bringing there for say professionals. Yes, I think Samson Dwyer, Murphy, Oscar Dollar, they are enough. But the rest, I'm not seeing any changes. So let's work with the local team that we have the kind of training that the coach has started. Let's give him the necessary support. And since we have all of the players here, they are just based in Liberia, they are playing the local league. They will have more time to train, they will play together. And I think we're going to get the kind of better result. I don't know how you see that, Prince.
There's a very good idea because we one thing I noticed when Liberia is going for game and then the overseas players, they can be more than the ones playing in the local league. And you cannot see anything to say this particular player, though though we lost the game, but this particular player,
He was Austin.
yeah, they play are very outstanding. They this player been playing for all. It don't work like that. We don't know what's the problem. Only few have already been consistent, like you said, Samson Due and Oscar Dolly. But the banner rest, everybody they playing out there. When they come, they don't even play 60-minute football. When they play 45-minute football, everybody tired. So it would be better we focus on the local team that will be tuning almost every time, and then we focus on them. At least our national team will progress.
So yes, we have Prince Gustavo Chie. He's here today as a panel discussing on the program Focus Sports Insight. So we are talking about football here. We started with the first and second division league. We were talking about the title race among teams that are competing, the level of progress we are making in terms of our national league, how well we are proceeding. We've been talking about our national team. We have a new coach who came with additional 3 technical staffs, and we added 2 local staffs from here, Kevin Simo and that of Chris Vista to join him. They kick started the process of last week, started recruiting our players from various clubs, selected 30 men. They have started preparation ahead of our back-to-back fixtures against Djibouti. So for those of you watching, we want to say thanks for watching. You can invite people to watch the live video. You can also share. So we just take a short break of our brand. We'll come back. We're going to continue. Good day, folks. What a pleasure and one way to welcome you to Sports Insight, your biggest sport magazine program here on Focus Online TV. I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. On this program, we bring you in-depth and accurate analysis of a sporting event from the world of sports. This program comes your way Saturday every week from 2 to 4 p.m. here on Focus Online TV. We encourage you to keep watching. Again, I'm your host, Eric Palup Collins. Thanks for following. Okay, so we want to say thanks for rejoining us. We are back here on Focus Sports Insight, live on Focus Online TV. So, like we said, as we go about the program, we're going to bring you up to date with some of the fixtures across Europe today. We will be doing that regularly on the platform as we discuss some of the issues for relating to football, whether in Nigeria, Africa, and other parts of the world. We're going to bring you up to date with some of the fixtures. We'll bring you up to date with local fixtures, and of course, we want to bring you up to date with fixtures from the international scene. So we'll start from right here in Liberia. So from the upper women division today, the women's league. Uh, I think the game is on. It should be over by 9 this morning. We had Soccer Ambassador from the Elevate Women's Upper League. They were up against Ambassador FC, and that game was played at the Two Southeast Sports Page in Ghana's Ville. No result yet from that game, but we will update you later. And also, we will have Stages Queen against Determined Girls. I think the game is on already at the SKD practice page. It started by 1:30 this afternoon. So that is from the LFA Upper Women's League official today. So we have the Orange or National League Second Division official today across the country. LAC SC Second Division, they are up against Philadelphia Lone Star. The game is 2-1 in favor of Philadelphia Lone Star, currently live at the Two Southeast Sports Page in Ghana's Bay. So later this afternoon by 4 p.m., junior professionals will take on Ghana's Bay FC in the second division fixture at the Two Southeast Sports Pitch in Ghana's Bay. And elsewhere at the SKD practice pitch by 4 p.m., you will have Samira FC playing host to Shatter FC in the second division fixture. And at the Anthony Thomas Stadium in Monrovia, Black Men Warriors will welcome Discovery FC in another more watery second division fixture at about 4 p.m. And at the North Star Sports Stadium in Man Barkley, Nima United will welcome Mangibi SC by 4 p.m. today. And so in Nima County, Mate Enforcers will host Sano MPA in another second division fixture at about 4 p.m. at the Gomba Stadium in Nima County. That is for the second division fixture today. So no first division game today. All of the first division games they are scheduled for tomorrow. Tomorrow, first division games will be playing across the country. So we thought to bring you up to date. Today from the English Premier League, we have interesting fixture. Chelsea are away to Brentford today at about 3 p.m. Chelsea are away to Brentford. You will have Everton at Goodison Park. They will be playing host to West Ham United. And of course, Fulham will welcome Brighton in another Premier League fixture. Wolves are away to Newcastle 3 p.m. Of course, Liverpool will travel to Nottingham Forest as they continue the hunt for the title race. Liverpool currently lead the Premier League table with 60 points. Manchester City 59 in second place, and of course Liverpool. And of course Arsenal third place with 58 points. It is a heated title race. Tottenham and West Ham today will welcome Crystal Palace at 3 p.m. And of course today in the English Premier League at about 5:30 p.m. Luton Town will play host to Aston Villa. That is for the Premier League fixture. And in Germany, we have some interesting fixture in Germany. RB Leipzig, they are away to Bochum in Germany, in the German Bundesliga. FC Darmstadt will host Augsburg. And of course, Heidenheim will host Eintracht Frankfurt. Borussia Mönchengladbach, they will travel to Metz, Ufa. And of course, Union Berlin will host Borussia Dortmund. All of these games will be playing by 2:30 p.m. And of course, by 5:30 p.m., Wolfsburg will host Stuttgart in the last fixture from the German league. For the Italian Serie A, we have Udinese and Salernitana. The game is on currently. Udinese, they are down 1 goal to 0. At 5 p.m., AS Roma will travel to Monza. And of course, 7 p.m. today, Torino will pay host to Fiorentina in the Italian Serie A. And of course, for the Spanish La Liga fixture, it is currently 2-1 in favor of Sevilla. They are playing home against Real Sociedad. The game is 62 minutes. Rayo Vallecano by 3:15 p.m. will play host to Cadiz FC in the Spanish La Liga. Getafe at about 5:30 p.m. will welcome Las Palmas. And of course, by 8 p.m. this afternoon, Real Madrid will travel to Valencia for the above watery Spanish La Liga fixture. So those are some of the fixtures from around Europe. And we just thought to bring you up to date with that. Some of you that are lovers of football that follow European football a bit. So we stay here. We're talking about football in Liberia. It has been a college Prince Tackle presentation. We've been talking about Liberia now. So, say again, the issue here about the Unions qualifying for African Cup of Nations 2025, because it is not just about Djibouti, considering that we're going to defeat Djibouti home and away, like we all anticipate, right? We're going to progress to the next stage, which is the group stage. Now we're going to be playing group stage because this is the preliminary round. And after that, before we talk about qualification, do you see like real chances of qualifying for the African Cup of Nations 2025?
I see Liberia defeating Djibouti. When we have defeated Djibouti, then I will know our fixture. When I see our fixture, who we are paired with in the group stage, then I can determine Liberia chance.
14th at the moment. Dortmund, on the other hand, have been quite disappointing this season.
All right, we're sorry for the disturbance. It was a technical fault from our main studios. So yes, we are still hoping so if we get across the booty, then we're going to be talking about the group stage who are going to be paired away against them. We're going to determine whether Liberia can come out from that group with all kind of flying colors. So we look up to Coach Mario Marininka as he deployed his early tactics with the national team of Liberia. We look forward to what his football chemistry, what solution his football chemistry is going to yield for us in the not too distant future as he managed the national team of Liberia as head coach. So yes, we back to the National League. Like we said, we've been talking about the National League. Our under 17 and under 20 female national team, they are currently in Sierra Leone. They are taking part in a tournament there against Sierra Leone female national team. Yesterday we lost 2-1 to Sierra Leone under 17. Today the under 20 will be in action. What's your impression about female football in Liberia? I don't know whether you follow the women's league more often in the national team.
Yes, I follow the female league, but for the past time, it just been dominant by one side. It just been dominant by one side, determined girls. So
But currently, are you seeing any changes, especially when we have Shatter Angels? They have been putting us on competition of recent. We've been following or Stagey Queens or some of the clubs via Mujai, all of them. You say, yeah, Titami Guy have been dominating, we agree. And I think they are poised to win the league again because they are on the league table. But Shatter Angels, they have been competing with Titami Guys. They even put Titami Guys out of the Orange Cup. And of course, so are you seeing a bit of progress? You think it's just still the same the way it used to be?
no things have become better. Like you just stated, Shatter FC defeated Determined Girls. There were a lot of talks on social media. People say before Shatter defeat Determined Girls, it would take 5 years, it would take 6 years, and then all of a sudden they even go 1 year they were able to defeat Determined Girls and knock them out of the FA Cup. So there is a progress, and then thanks to Madam Benata Hewitt for her girls, they are doing pretty well, and then thanks to the other team.
Yes, because we've been seeing some of the teams, even the lower league, we've been seeing it, yes, and that's why we say we look forward to that competition because Benita Yuri, she's making some progress of recent. I think one of her players, she left for Uzbekistan to sign a professional contract, and a couple of our players on the team, they are part of the under 20, under 17 team that travel to Sierra Leone. So other female teams too, we look forward to that because it is actually discouraging. I just been getting news that Tammy Girls game against TJ Queen, they had to award them the point because TJ Queen they were the team, they did not go in full the players, they were not correct, so they had to walk out of the field. You see, these are things that are very discouraging for football in Liberia, and we are hoping that we can graduate from that stage anytime soon because we cannot continue on the same old path over and over year where we expect our league to be making progress every year and just the same old team players, team going for games, the players they are not correct and they have to award points. The other day it happened with Blanco FC, I can remember at two Southeast School page, they went there, they were not correct, they had to award the points again. So we are hoping for that. So yes, so quickly we are at the climax stage of the show or Prince. So we just want to get back to you for your parting comments on this edition of the program and overall review of all what we talked about first division league, the second division league, and that of the national team.
Um, yes, like we did inform you about today's fixture in the Orange Second Division League. The Second Division League, the the most watched fixture today in the Second Division League is Discouraged versus Black Man Warrior. Everybody want to see everybody want to see who will win that match. That's the most watched feature today in on Second Division League. We talk about the coach 30, thir-
You
30,
know,
30 player, and then we also talk about the matches in the favorite European league, and then we 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 also talk about the Orange Women League, and then
yeah. So just your concluding statement now because yeah, we are already time is already your
okay,
parting comment.
Ire, thanks for inviting me. It is it is a wonderful time to be in your cousin studio. I appreciate you a lot. Thanks for the invitation.
Okay, so that you hear the voice of Prince Gustavo Chie. He was here and sharing the platform with me today. We've been talking about football in Liberia. Specifically, we've been talking about our leagues at different levels, and also we talk about the national team. And of course, next weekend we promise to bring you another edition of this show. We're going to be spicy and entertaining. Have been a nearly 1 hour presentation here. Every pilot calling the Prince Gustavo Chie for all of those of you who've been following the show today. We want to say thanks for following the show. We appreciate you so dearly. We want to say please share the live video. You can also invite others to follow us on the programs. But God's grace, next weekend we're going to return with another fascinating edition of the program, Sports Insight. yet on Fuka Online TV. Thanks for following today.